Hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Live. Guys, yes, you already know I'm supposed to go live every morning. I didn't get to go live this morning. Why? Because I had to do a pantry run. And like I told you guys before, so I was in Fort Myers for the morning till about 11. So I didn't get to go live. So what I did was I said, let me go live tonight on the regular channel. We all could talk, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up to make up for the live that I missed. So let's get to the chat, see how it was in here. Good. Hey, what's good, Jared Thomas? Yo, first one in here, my bro. All right. I see you. Producer, good evening. Money Mike, what's up? King Lee, yo. Ashley Shelton, how you doing? Chris M, how you doing? Listen, man. Hey, what was that? Jared Thomas said Nitro Ryan Clark is an LSU homer. That's why he brought up Joe Burrow. He's a former Tiger. Probably. Well, Chaos said Nitro. We here, bro. We here. Listen, man. I want to start off this pod by saying this. I cannot stand Ryan Clark. He bothers me on a subatomic level. Like, his atomic particles somehow cause a negative charge that affect my own. I want to make sure that you guys understand that now. Because him and Stephen A. and these media guys like Nick Wright and everything else, I just don't like the way how they go with these narratives, and it never changes. No matter what's going on, it irks my very spirit. But I want to make sure that is known. Hey, Jared Mack, what's good? Just Raw, good evening. And the Ravens is tripping. I'm going to do a whole breakdown and everything else. But pretty much what we're going to be talking about today is the AFC North. Now, guys, look. These four teams, I can make the argument that if any of those four teams was in the NFC, they'd be going to the NFC Championship game at least every 3 years. And I'm including the Browns in that. I've heard everybody say, I'm calling it now. If the Browns do not mess up that situation with Sanders, it's over. I'm telling you right now, he will be going against Lamar to be the second best player or second best quarterback in the AFC North. I'm telling y'all that right now. I'm telling y'all. Black Daniels, hey, what's good? Joakim Adu, what's good? It's a shame how this media continually makes up the lies and there's nothing to check them. Exactly. It gets ridiculous. Chaos said, I still haven't forgiven him for knocking out Willis McGahee with that dirty hit. Facts. Oh, and Acho too. Jared Thomas, I can't forget Acho. Tactical precision, what's up, bro? What's good? Listen, guys, and this is being real. I worry about not so much the Bengals, because the Bengals have an amazing offense. I want to break all this down. When we look at these guys and we say you got Joe Burrow, you got Chase, you got T. Higgins and stuff like that, you're going to have an explosive offense regardless who's there. You know where I'm coming from? You're going to be able to air out that ball. Now, the problem with them has been offensive line and defense. They got rid of Anamuro, right? Anamuro, whatever his name is. Anamuro. Yo, got rid of him. He's on a different team. So now they're coming out with a new young guy to bring in and see if that they can make changes. That play caller for their defense gave a lot of the quarterbacks fits. Now, I know that we beat them, but he has given Lamar Jackson fits. He's given Patrick Mahomes fits. And he's given Josh Allen fits. So my thing is, you got rid of him. So I don't see your defense getting better. I don't. I do not. Like, not at all. Game too easy was good. Kenyatta was good. And that's what I'm saying with it. Like, their defensive coordinator at one time was being interviewed for head coaching positions. This is not a conjecture. This is factual. So when I look at them, I look at an explosive offense that could go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league, with a defense that can't hold all the time and forces them into bad predicaments in the fourth quarter because they can't hold score. And also their offensive line ain't great. That's their two weaknesses. Straight up. The Baltimore Ravens, right now, we don't know what we're going to get at kicker. That's fact. We don't know if our kicker is going to be any better. We do not know. So that's a big question mark for the Baltimore Ravens. The O-line has been a question mark, right? And will the pass defense take the proper, ascending predictions that we're all expecting them to do? Those are the questions around the Baltimore Ravens. Now, with the Baltimore Ravens, they're another team that has an amazing offense. Why? It's led by Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. We already know what we're getting from those two. We do not know what we're going to get from Isaiah Likely this year. Why? Because we kept Mark Andrews, so we don't know how he's going to be featured. We don't know what we're going to get from D-Hop. Why? Because he's going to be taking the snaps that go before him is Zay Flowers and Bateman, right? Okay, there's that too. And then Bateman or Zay's coming off of an injury. So even though they said Zay is back to being Zay, we don't know everything because they hide everything when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens. So there's a lot of, let's just say, question marks surrounding us. The Browns quarterback room. Listen, this one right now. Sanders is a dog. This man's, Coach, I don't want to hear bedtime. You remember you said that this summer break. It's summertime. The Bengals won the last 5 games. The defense was banged up all year. Kenyatta, that's a good point. But still, I like Anamuro. You know what I'm saying. I say his name wrong all the time. But your former defensive coordinator gave these quarterbacks fits. Everybody knew that. That's a fact. We've watched him dismantle Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and give Lamar fits. So when I look at that, I'm saying you got rid of him, just like how we got rid of ours, so you're going to have problems. Now, like I said with the Browns, hey, how everybody else doing? Sips in here. What's up, Coach? Like I said, Coach, you already said you want summer break, so I know you got to be in here. KBZ, what's good, bro? So when we're looking at the Browns, Sanders has the Deion effect. He's prime time. If they don't mess that up, he is going to go bonkers. I'm telling you this. Do not, just like I told everybody about certain other players, Sanders, if the Browns don't make this up, they would have found their quarterback for the future. They already have a good team. The defense, I can make an argument the Browns defensively play the second or first, arguably the best within our division. Overall. We don't know what we're going to get from the Steelers. If Sanders could come in and be a calming force in the offensive game where they're not making too many mistakes, they're playing the field, playing the clock, running the ball, allowing the defense to get after the other quarterback. Oh, yeah. Browns could be a problem. We've seen them be a problem. Matter of fact, their defense is giving us fits also. Lou Anarumo. There it goes. Lou Anarumo. Anarumo. I always say his name wrong. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I look at that because I'm looking at it from an aspect saying that they couldn't keep up with score with us. See what I'm saying? Yes, Lamar didn't drop the ball, and that's true. But it's a team game. They gave why they were hitting our receivers. They're the team, I believe, that took Zay out of the game. They get after Lamar in the pass game when it comes to Tungsley with a $20 donation. First donation of the night, $20. Thank you so much. Love the show, Nitro. Keep up the hard work. I'm on the job. All right? So the Browns, in all actuality, can be the third best team in this division. Now, Steelers, they're the wild card. I want everybody to know this, right? Yes, please remember to hit the like button, please. The Steelers are the wild card. I repeat, the Steelers are the wild card. When it comes to the Bengals, you know what they're getting. Offenses, boom, 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 boom. Explosive. You got Joe Burrow. You got these wide receivers going crazy. Ha, 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 ha. All day they throwing it, okay? With the Ravens. They running it. Then you got Lamar throwing it. So you know they're getting with the Ravens. The Browns, even though I'm not putting them as a wild card, if they don't mess up Sanders, they got their quarterback. They got it. It's in the bag. Now, the Steelers. TJ Watt. What's going on with his contract? Aaron Rodgers. Is he going to sign with them? I know. We're not worried about no Mason Rudolph. But once again, the Steelers, the reason why they're a wild card, with all of those question marks from their quarterback, from their best player, is because somehow, some way, their coach somehow figures out a way to manage 10 to 12 games. And he don't matter if he don't got no offense. He don't even care if he don't got a kicker. He don't care if he don't got receivers. Somehow, some way, he's coming out and winning around 10 games. So when I look at that, I'm saying, okay, they're the wild card. Because the Steelers have proven that they could play neck to neck, even if they can't score a lot, with the Ravens, with the Browns, and the best team against the Steelers in this division are the Bengals. The Bengals usually have a losing record versus the Browns and the Ravens. But the Steelers, they do well against the Ravens. They do well against the Browns. The team that they have the most problem with are the Bengals. So they're like, bro, so like I said, we have a lot to worry about in the AFC North. We know we're in the hardest division. Joe Burrow and them got something to prove. They're looking on making noise. You already know that Tomlin's not trying to not make the playoffs. So there's that too. So there's so many different variables that are going on. And then health. Will the Ravens be healthy this year? We don't know. We don't know. And shout out to Coach, right? Because earlier, Coach was talking about how the Ravens didn't give us nothing and everything else. And right after Coach came out, like about an hour later, the Ravens dropped a little bit of content. So shout out to Coach for calling them out on that. And I got you, Coach. Don't worry. They put out something with DeAndre Hopkins, and I got it right. Yes, they did put out some stuff. Coach said I made them do it. Listen, man, I made sure I put it out there, man, because Coach called it out. Everybody else was getting content. We were getting nothing. So shout outs to them for putting it out. So we got it out, and I wanted to show you guys. Like I said before, the Ravens have a lot of work to do. We got to make sure, because Ardarius went down. We don't know how our secondary is going to be able to hold on that. Somebody had brought up that, what's his name? Our first round pick. Forgot his name. The safety. He usually played the star position in college, which is slot. Covering down on slot. Even though he's a safety, his best take came from covering down slot. So how is he going to mesh with Marlin? Because Marlin does best when he's in the inside. Pause. Jaden Gospel, what's up? What's up? Look slow and rusty. Hey, Ken, you have to stop hating. Someone make it into the intro on their YouTube channel. Facts. It's fire. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's fire. Starks. Yeah, Malachi Starks. I'm losing my voice. I don't even know why. But, yeah, Malachi Starks was doing his thing, but he plays the star position, which is slot, and we don't know what he's going to be able to do next to Marlin. Because is that going to stop Marlin from playing? Like, how are they going to use them in tandem if they're both using them both inside? Pause. Starts at free safety and Marlowe in the slot. That's what I'm saying. But if his star role is close, like running around, guarding, the running backs, whatever else, in the fast, shifty receivers, tight ends. Ugh. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of question marks with the Ravens. We do not know how certain things are going to play out. We're hoping it plays out for the betterment, but we don't know. Oh, and then always out there working out like he working for that extra money. Nigel Lasange. Bro, listen, man. I don't know how I'm losing my voice either, because I haven't done nothing crazy. Starks can play both inside and outside. KBZ, that's what everybody's been saying. But once again, we don't know if he's going to have the success at the NFL level playing both inside and outside. We don't know. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm wondering, Marlon's our best player on defense. I would say Hamilton. Hamilton's our best player. Second is Marlon. And then there's everybody else. Those are our two best players. I don't even know how you even argue that. Owe looks, bro, they were putting out tape about Owe working out. He looked like he want to get pizzade. You ain't got to say pause, Nitro. You talking, but you get what I'm saying. Man, I don't know how I'm losing my voice like this. Jeez. No, come on. That's Kyle. Marlo just has better hands. What's 16.5? What is that? What do you mean by 16.5? Couldn't get 50 yards in a Mahomes-led defense. I don't even know why I'm losing it, but it is what it is. You know I'm going to give you this content one way or the other. One way or the other, I'm going to give you this content. I don't know what that is. But yeah, man, so that's why I'm worried about our team at a little bit of junctures, when it comes down to us. So I don't know. We're going to get to break down everything, but I'm worried about some stuff with the Ravens because it looks like we could have another rough start when we have one of the worst 4 or 5 game stretches in the NFL. And then we might have to worry about the offense carrying us because we don't know what the defense is going to do. We don't have no idea. Yo, this man said Nigel lost his voice rewatching the Bills playoff game before the live. Bro, I don't know what happened. My voice was straight, and then it just started going. I don't know what happened. But that's another thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about if we start off rocky again defensively, and then the offense got to carry. And mind you, our first couple games are ridiculous. We're going against the Bills, Detroit, Kansas City. Bruh, if our defense is bad, it's going to be no less than a shootout. And I don't want a shootout. I'd rather our guys put in together a balanced game plan. Jared Thomas, if Owe gets 16 and a half sacks, he's no longer a Raven. Tell you that right now. Coach, if you're still in here, you can ask him if you think. I don't think the Ravens pay him. I think the Ravens move on from him. I really do. I do not see the Ravens giving Odafe Owe top 3 pass rusher money. I don't see it. Matter of fact, we were talking about the thing with Zay. Because now, if you heard, Zay, his agent, he changed his agent. Looking like he's gearing up to try to go get that money very soon. Because usually guys get signed after their 3rd year. So, yeah. Game too easy. Say, oh, wait, not getting 16. He don't got no hustle. We don't know that. He could. And what happens if he does? Like 16 sacks is crazy. But what if Owe gets 13 sacks, 14 sacks? Would you want us to resign him? Would you want the Ravens to resign him? That's the question. And the answer is probably going to be no. Unless they get him for a crazy discount. I'm telling y'all, you're not going to want it. I think we resign Bateman instead of Zay. We just gave Bateman a contract. We're going to have him here for the next 2 more years or something like that. Nitro, why would you not pay him after 16 and a half sacks? That would be insane. What's his name got 17 sacks in back-to-back seasons, and the Bengals don't even want to give him what he's worth. It's not unprecedented. Teams, when they pay quarterbacks, they start nickel and diming everything. That's facts. You can't even argue it. So my thing is, if they're nickel and diming, there's a good chance they won't get back Owe. Because mind you, they got to extend Hamilton. They got to extend Lamar. They got to do something with Marlon's contract. Like, there's a lot of moves that they got to make. He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. So what happens then? What happens then? And that's what I'm trying to get through to people's heads. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get through to them. Like, there's a lot of moving parts in the next 2 years. You see, even Coach said still gone. I do not see there's a way that the Ravens bring him back. There'd be no way. We don't have enough money. We don't. And trust me and believe, we're going to redo Lamar, which will open up money, but that's mostly for Hamilton. The Ravens do not like kicking the can down the block or down the road. They don't like doing it. So if they don't like doing that, they can't sign everybody. Who would you rather sign? Oweh or Hamilton? Put money on it's going to be Hamilton. Lamar contract is already pretty much done. It just hasn't come out yet. We don't know yet. It could be. It could be. But we don't know. Lamar's been in Miami, while EDC and them has been up here. Lamar hasn't been in Baltimore. He's been in Miami with Zay. So we don't know. Chaos thinks Ojabo resurfaces. There's no way. There's no way. There is no, bro. I'll be real with you. If we saw Ojabo go for 10 plus sacks, bro, coach, I'll be real with you. I would have to be so silent because I never liked Ojabo. I didn't like the pick. I don't like him as a player. And for him to come out and have 10 plus sacks with everyone that we had, that'd be ridiculous. Like, bro, like, I put money on it that if you're a parlay person, I promise you that's 100-1 parlay right there. Promise you. EDC was in Florida, but I didn't think he was in South Florida. He was in Northern Florida. Now, could they have met in Tampa? I don't know. They could have. Tampa's probably in the middle from where EDC was. So, I mean, yeah. But I don't know. It's more likely they just FaceTimed. No one knows. Lamar, when it comes to his money, is very silent, bro. And Jarbo. I can't believe in him, bro. I can't believe in him. Never. Never, 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 never. Not believing in him, bro. I have no belief in him. At all. At all. When it comes to a job, I have no belief. None. 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 Bro, what would even, listen, that's like winning the lottery. Having a Jabo turn in 10 sacks or more, because think about it. He's not going to get crazy snaps, because who's he going to take the snaps from? He has Oweh in front of him, KVN's in front of him. We don't know what we're doing with if we're bringing back, what's his name? Forgot his name from the Patriots that we let go. We don't know if we're bringing back him either. Manuel was good. So he's going to have to be stealing snaps. Oh, yeah, and Mike Green, like, there's no way, bro. There's no way. It's impossible. Impossible. Nah, not Clowney. What's his name that I wanted? Did we re-sign? We didn't re-sign Clowney. Right? We didn't get Clowney, right? He went to, what's it called? Yeah, okay, so Clowney is actually open. Okay, so he's still there. Not Van Noy, Matthew Judon, thank you, Jared Thomas. You read my mind. Matthew Judon and him are still available. So if we bring in a veteran with KVN, you got Oweh, you got Mike Green, how much snaps is Ojabo really going to get? Like, seriously. If That would mean he would have to be producing with limited snaps. Every time he comes on the field, it has to be pretty much money ball. So that's what I'm saying. It's impossible. Now, if you said 5, that would be like an amazing season for him. And then they might say, okay, we will give you more snaps. But he might not even make the roster this year, the 53-man roster. He might not make it. He might not make the roster this year. That's another thing people are not taking into consideration. Because he has that international player thing designation on him right now. Nitro, where's your friend? White Nitro, Whitro? He gonna be on here. We got 82 edge players. Yeah, I said 5, not 10. Nitro, I believe Owe will prove to be one of the best defensive players in the NFL next year. He'll have a big next year. Think Paul Kruger. You think that, bro? Listen, I'm not putting it past him because we saw what happened when it was time for Matt BK to get paid. And when it was time for Matt BK to get paid, he put on a show. So, very well so it could happen, but I wouldn't put money on it. I wouldn't put my money on it. No. I love Mike Green. I think Mike Green gets around 7 or 8 sacks. I think Mike Green comes out and actually does him dirty. I really do. I look at Mike Green and I see a guy that's going to have a lot of opportunities to be disruptive, and he's going to make the most of every single thing that he can. He'll make use of every single snap. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Nitro, imagine Green with Clowney on the field. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. But once again, we don't know if we're bringing back Clowney. We don't know if we're bringing back Matthew Judon. We don't know. But I heard that they're going to probably bring back somebody after June 1st because then it won't mess with the formula, the comp pick formula. Because if they get anybody before then, it'll mess with the comp picks. And you know we love comp picks. So if we don't mess with the comp picks, we're supposed to get 2 comp picks. So we're waiting till the 1st, at least. Delvon was good. Kruger was solid, but we had a couple. Remember Doomerville? Remember Elvis Doomerville when he was on the team? I liked him too. I liked Elvis Doomerville a lot. Thought he was a dog. And he was undersized. Roquan needs to go off this year. He's supposed to be the anchor of the defense. No. I don't see Roquan doing much more than he did last year. Roquan isn't, I don't want to say not a playmaker, but he's not an elite playmaker like Hamilton's an elite playmaker. Like anywhere he is, he makes plays. I don't feel like that's what Roquan is. I think Roquan's a thumper. I think he does well in the run game at times. And he's an old school kind of linebacker that can go downhill. That's what I look at him for. Yeah, he was only 5'11". Talk about speed rush. Marlon's also the defense. We're not doing nothing without Marlon. It's been proven. Like, I know he's kind of weird. I know he's kind of quirky. But Marlon has been arguably the first or second player on our defense. And I don't even know how you argue that. I don't even know how you argue it. The plays that, if you go back and look at the plays Marlo has made, I think he has the best, second best in the league passer rating, worst passer rating when targeting him in the NFL. Second, I believe. So, yeah, Marlon is a dog, bro. I know he's weird, but he's him. Doomerville was a tactician, boy. He undersized, but he just got the job done. I haven't seen a DC hit the field. There's a couple guys we haven't seen the field because they're not putting out no content for them. The Ravens haven't put out nothing, bro. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You think Nate Wiggins is second? No, I don't got Nate Wiggins over Marlon. He might be right now a better corner, but I'm saying playmaker. Overall, I got Marlon. Marlon makes plays at the end of games. Games like plays that you be looking at like, bro, ain't no way. That's Marlon. I know Wiggins was 2, but Marlon was second. And Marlon ain't no spring chicken. That's a big feat being second and you're, approaching 30 or at 30 already. So that's what I'm saying. Nitro, you want to still fight Kyle Brandt after hearing that, what he said about Lamar Jackson? It is what it is, man. They're going to talk out the side of their necks. It's what they do. Whenever we need an interception, there's Marlo. Thank you. Whenever we truly need a turnover, it's Marlo. I love to see what TJ Tampa can do this year, though. I really, really am big on TJ Tampa. I think he could be the third safety on the team, even though he's a corner. I think they're going to convert him to a safety. I really do. For now, TGIF, thank you. For now, and yes, our OTAs are secret. They don't want us seeing nothing, knowing anything. It's ridiculous. Yeah, King Lee, it was good, bro. Playmaker. Because at the end of the day, you can hold people to all the points you want, but as if you can make plays, timely plays. Are you making timely plays? If you're not, I don't want to hear it. Nobody knows what's happening but Tez. Nobody. Nobody knows. Tez is really behind the 8 ball because now you got Zay Flowers, you got Bateman, you got D-Hop. Those are your 3 top receivers. After that is Tylen, Tez, and whoever else. And what's his name? Webster or whoever else his name is. So, yeah, I don't see how he's going to get a lot of snaps. There's not enough balls to go around. Pause. Big pause. Not in cornerback years, it's not. Corners age badly. Everybody knows that. For the most part, they do. So that's why I said for a cornerback. Tez has to get some type of route tree. I think that also. Why everyone laughing? It's a big pause, though, for real. There's not enough to go around. We still got Likely and Mark Andrews. When I look at the pass game, right, this is why I'm saying Tez isn't going to see the field, right? So you're already behind 3 receivers. You can argue with Tylen all you want, fine. But you also have Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. You also have Justice Hill, Kean Mitchell. So that's what? 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, Zay, Bate, D-Hop. 7 guys that catch the ball over you. Oh, Ing Raven was good, bro. Yeah, we got Late Night Live, man. And the flex zone made it in here. No flex. Zone. We in here, guys. We in here. Thanks for showing up, guys. Thank you. Much love. But yeah, man, so when I'm looking at this, I'm saying, how much more can we really put on that? Like, we can't expect Taz to be a contributor when we're the last team in attempts. That's facts. The Baltimore Ravens. Oh, my God, we're lying with a $50 donation. Will.i.am said, long time watching. Can't comment too much since I'm normally at work, but would like to see the head count match the likes it's worth and have big pause. That gets a double slap. Oh! Thank you so much, Will.i.am, for the $50 donation, man. Much love to you guys for supporting the channel. Man, hard work, baby. What? Winstone with a $20 donation. Y'all just throwing money, making it rain. Feel like Cardi B. Wow! We have the team to get it done this year. Listen, everything that I say is with context. There are certain things that I want changed on the team. But let's not act like we don't have enough. We got enough. The question is, can this team come together, play as a unit when they're called on the most, when the stakes are at their highest? Can the receivers catch the ball? Can those offensive linemen give you those Honda slaps? Can the defense make plays? Can the coaching staff actually coach? And will there be no turnovers? That's what we're looking at. There's certain things that we want fixed, but to say that we don't got anything, no. Because every team has weaknesses. Every team has weaknesses. No team is perfect except for the Philadelphia Eagles. They got everything. They're the only team. No other team has everything. They have a top 5 or the most part a top 10 quarterback, number 1 running back, top 2 wide receiving core, like top 10 tight end, top 3 offensive line, top 2 or top 3 defensive line. Like, they got everything, but they're the only ones. Every other team has weaknesses. Every other team has weaknesses. So that's what I'm saying. The Ravens got enough. We just got to do what we got to do. We got to make this work. That's it. Bro, I do, man. Y'all sitting there throwing money. I feel like Cardi B. Lamar puts up his best number for a quarterback in the season this year. Go mine. It's very possible he does. It's very possible he does. It's very possible he does. But the question is like this. Does everybody go along? Do you ever notice, and I said this before, do you notice with these other quarterbacks, they could do the absolute minimum and their team somehow still wins? Josh Allen beat the Baltimore Ravens and he had like 130 passing yards. That's it. Do you notice how these other teams can have minimal contributions from their quarterbacks and still win the game? Talking to somebody on this. That's what I want for our team. I don't want Lamar in the playoffs to have to be Superman from the start to finish. It's impossible. Nobody else has to do that. Nobody else. Nobody else. And for context, the Ravens have not won a playoff game if Lamar doesn't have either 80 yards rushing, at least 80 yards rushing, or 120 passer rating. Just to let y'all know that. One of the two. Just to let you know that. So if Lamar ain't absolutely doing them nasty on the ground, or he's not giving them that Tom Brady through the air, we're not winning. That's crazy to me, bro. These other quarterbacks that have 130 passing yards, they win. We watched Tom Brady have three, consecutive turnovers, consecutive picks, and they won the game. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. It's ridiculous. That's what I talk about. That's my problem. That's my mindset of looking at the team and saying, what do we need to do different? It's not that, you know what I'm saying, we don't have everything. That's not the case. We have enough. I'd want more because I want the offensive line to be great. But once again, it's like we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot and do the best to, put together a great plan and play up to par. Nitro Darylowski needs to stop capping. He mentioned Falele when talking about the Ravens All-Pro Bowl talent. Bro, Darylowski works for your team, bro. He worked for the Bills. He be bigging up everybody. He said Dan Orlovsky said the Ravens have the best roster in the NFL. with a straight face. That man said the Baltimore Ravens, have the best roster in the NFL. You know how asinine that is? ESPN in a foolishness. Indy is actively trying to lose. Oh, you talking about the NBA game? Let me go check the scores on that real quick because the other one is done. They ain't coming back. Oh, yeah, the Knicks ain't coming back. They're down 10. They're not coming back, bro. They're not coming back. I don't see how they come back. They're down 10, 5 minutes to go. I don't see it. I do not see it. Yes, I see that the camera just, I'm freaky. I'm fixing it now. Likely Andrews and Flowers will make me all get 1,000 yards. Never. That will never happen. I'm letting you know that will never happen. That will never happen. If that happens, HEW Hockey Sticks is just frozen over. Straight up. That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. 1,000 yards for Likely Andrews, Flowers, and Bateman. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. There's no way. There's no way. What's up, bro? Boogie. What's good, bro? What's good? Yo, Florida's been hot for the other day, bro. And I got these little spiders because it's been so hot. They've been getting into the garage, these little spiders and stuff like that. Annoying. All right, we're back. So, like I said before, man, I don't know what the Ravens are going to do, but we got to make some changes moving forward. I think if the Ravens add some depth in the pass rushing game, we should be okay there. But then I don't know how the back end's going to do, so we'll see with that. I'm very curious to see how Malachi Starks fits in. I'm very curious about that. Nitro, I bet Lamar throw over 300 and run over 100 yards in the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. When Lamar finally makes it for the Super Bowl, we might see the greatest Super Bowl performance of all time. And I don't even think it's going to be close. Yeah, y'all right. Knicks are coming back. They're only down 6. Game too easy. This is saying Nick Wright has nothing similar, actually. Blindly comparing the Pro Bowl players the Ravens had compared to KC. Falele is a huge asterisk. Facts. They all do it because they know it's a way that you can attack the narrative with Lamar and the Ravens. That's why. This is going to be a movie. I'm telling you, the AFC North this year is going to be a movie. It's going to be a movie, bro. It's going to be a movie. What are we talking about? We're talking about the AFC North. We're talking about the needs of the Ravens. Even though we have enough to win, what do we want changed? We're talking about how Malachi Starks is going to be used moving forward. There's a lot of questions surrounding the Ravens. How well is Tyler Loop going to do? People don't even realize just what type of staple of a player Justin Tucker was for the Ravens. People forget how much he was dependent on. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's another point I wanted to make. Let me take this off the screen real quick. And you can clip this. The Justin Tucker effect. Because every time we passed that mid-range mark, that 50-yard mark, they're like, you're in Tucker range. That changes. That's another reason why I said Lamar's going to have more passing yards this year. Because when Harbaugh has always got to lean on the leg of Justin Tucker, he has seen, we passed it. Oh, don't worry, we'll kick it from the 40. And he's done it religiously. We don't care. We can run our clock. We got a great kicker. That's been him. So now that we don't have Tucker anymore, that's going to change. That means the way they call the games, Jay Killer, what's up? The way how they try to move the ball in certain areas, it's going to change. It's going to be a massive change. I'm telling y'all that. Man, I'm losing my voice and I ran out of water. Crazy. Chaos said when he misses, we will get the poop loop. Nasty work. The goof loop. Yeah. I give most of Flacco's wins to the great Tuck. Exactly. People haven't talked about that yet. How the effect of Tucker no longer being on the team is going to affect how we call the game. People are not realizing that. They're not. It's not being brought up nowhere. Every time we pass the 50-yard mark, like we're in Tucker's range. It's no longer the case. How many times were we there going to go for it and then now let Tucker kick it? How many times? That changes. That means we're probably going to be more aggressive. Thank you, Ashley Shelps. It's going to be a huge shift. I'm telling y'all, that's the biggest talking point that nobody is bringing up. Nobody. I hope Coach, Ing, Raven, and those other guys cover it. I hope the Vault covers it. Why? Because nobody's covering it. It's such a massive talking point because it's factual. People were just so happy to move off of Tucker that they didn't look at the reverberating effects of him being gone. We're good. We're in Tuck's ring. That's gone. Now it's going to be like, no, Lamar, you got to pick this up. The way how we attack third downs are different. How will we be calling third downs? Who will we be favoring? Will we be running more 11 personnel in that situation? Who's going to be the mismatched player? Well, because of that, will we be using the tush push, the tushy pushy more with Mark Andrews? Will we be using that more? All these are questions that nobody has the answer to. None of us. That's why I told y'all, well, I think Lamar goes for like 4,400 yards. Because, mind you, I know we don't throw it more than other teams. But because we're going to have to be more aggressive, the attempts are going to have to go up. They're going to put the ball in Lamar's hands. So either the attempts go up or Lamar's rushing yards go up. Either way, it's more yards on the offense. And that's another reason why I think likely, yes, TGIF. Good night, Chris. Good night. What's it called? That's another reason why I believe he's going to have a bigger year. That's another reason. That's another big reason. Huge reason. Little spiders got on me. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying when it comes down to that. There's so many questions that we have to get answered and nobody's answering them. The Ravens have been quite quiet dealing with a lot of different things. They haven't given us nothing. Coach was even talking about it earlier. The Ravens have given us nothing this offseason. They've kept very quiet. So yeah. So we don't know what the changes are going to be, how certain guys are going to look. We have no idea. None. I think it's so that we don't get to see the kickers, personally. Because I know the media is going to try to bring that talking point back up. And I think the Ravens don't want it there. So they're trying their best to dodge it. But once again, you can only dodge that talking point for so long. You can only dodge it for so long. Those questions have to be answered. And you know how the Ravens are. They dodge better than any team we've seen. Lamar going to break the 5-touchdown record. He needs 3 Jackson 5s and 0 interceptions. He won't get that this year. He'll probably get it by next year, though. So everything the Ravens do is layered. It's layered. Likely is our best weapon through the air. I repeat, Isaiah Likely is our best weapon. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but he is. Isaiah Likely is our best weapon through the air. And it's relatively not even close. His yak ability is up there with Zay. His hands are the best on the team. He's the best jump ball specialist we got. He's clutch. And he has the playground ability to break down with Lamar. Better than Bateman and better than Zay. So how is he not the best weapon that we have? Like, if I could say that, like, I could show you and tell you why. It's not like, oh, you're hoping. No, he's shown it. So they won't give him the targets that he needs. Likely would have easily called that 2-point conversion. Who is Lamar's favorite target in the end zone? Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is Lamar's favorite target in the end zone. Either him or one of the running backs. It ain't Zay. Sure as heck ain't Bateman. It's Mark Andrews. Lamar's favorite target. I think that's a loaded question, because if we're saying it's probably going to be Mark overall because he's been there the longest, but Lamar loves Zay. Lamar loves Zay and Lamar loves Isaiah Likely. So yeah. So I wouldn't know who his favorite is anymore. But I would probably put money on Mark Andrews. I don't know if that's changed the playoff game, but it's been Mark Andrews. It's been undoubtedly Mark Andrews. If only Bay wasn't so inconsistent, he would have been the top receiver in the league. Yes, Yami, yes. If Bateman didn't have the drops that he had, Bateman would have had 1,000 yards this year. People don't realize that too. Bateman has dropped 40-yard, 50-yard bombs. If Bateman cut his drops in half, Bateman would have had 1,000 yards this season. That one pass that hit him in his face mask in the middle of the field, that's like 50 yards right there. To add to his 800 and something, that's 850, 860 yards right there. Tell you this right now, Bateman would have had 1,000 yards if he cut his drops in half. But once again, it's another thing. The Ravens dropped the ball a lot. Andrew hasn't been his favorite target for 2 years, and I guess he has. That's the reason why Mark Andrews led all tight ends in touchdowns. That's the reason. And remember, and mind you, he wasn't even targeting him crazy at first. Mark Andrews gets a lot of targets, bro, in the end zone. Lamar looks for him. That's a fact, Boogie. Mark Andrews isn't the player. I don't even think that. I think what happened is Mark had that 1,300-yard season and exploded. And everybody thought, hey, he's the guy, he's the man, and he's never had anything close to that since. Yeah, he has inconsistent hands. That's facts. Likely is our best receiver. He is. I've said it. He's our best target. He gives us the best chance to be successful, but will they target him? Will they feature him? We don't know. That's the question everybody wants to know. It was Mark Andrews. See? Pacers won. They're up by 9. See what I'm saying? They won. Mark Andrews, let me show this real quick, right? When we look at Mark Andrews, when we say what is his stats and everything else, Mark Andrews went over 1,000 yards once. He's had double-digit touchdowns twice. That is it. This is why I don't understand the notion of not wanting to move off him for likely. I never understood it. Because the way how people talk is like Mark has been Travis Kelce or something like that. Mark has had 1 year where he had over 1,000 yards. And the year where he had over 1,000 yards, he had 107 receptions. All the other years, 34 receptions, 64, 58, 73, 45, 55. Like those have been Mark's numbers. Even when he had 73 receptions, he only had 47 yards with it. 5 touchdowns. Last year, that man had 11 touchdowns. Zay has the ability to be our best. But once again, we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know if he's going to be the best. We don't know. He has the ability, like I was going over the stats. His stats, starting out his career, is better than Antonio Brown's. And it's better than what's his name? Devontae Adams. Yes, Mark is Lamar's safety blanket, but Lamar got a lot of safety blankets now. A lot. Like a lot. People are not realizing that you got Likely, you got Bade, there's guys that he trusts with the ball to get him the ball anytime. It's not just him. See? And a lot of people feel like Bade's better than Zay. The Money Mike's not the only person that says that. The TGIF here, not the only person that says that. A lot of people believe Bateman is a better receiver than Zay. A lot of people believe that. But Bateman lacks consistency. That's what he lacks. So, I don't know. We're going to see what they do, though. What y'all don't like Mark no more, that's not good. Mark a dog. Mark is he makes some of the most mistakes in the playoffs. Mark is terrible in the playoffs. Mark is a liability in the playoffs. He's been that. He has been a liability. People don't like to get on him about it. Mark has been absolutely terrible in the playoffs. Absolutely terrible, and no one brings it up. Nobody brings it up. They just leave it alone and act like nothing's wrong with him. I don't know. It's probably a tie. Zay drops a lot of passes too. This is why I keep trying to say Isaiah like this is our best wide receiver or receiver. We'll see what Harbaugh does. That's up to Harbaugh. Harbaugh likes his guys, and we don't know if they're going to try to suppress Likely. Like if they try to suppress Likely and certain stuff like that, then what happens? If they try to suppress his stats, he could try to have a good season, but what happens if he doesn't? If they're suppressing his stats, not giving him the targets he needs, then what happens? Yes, guys, hit that like button, please. Bates' ability to get open and run crisp routes is nasty. Yes, he's an amazing route runner. But Zay lacks Bateman lacks consistency. If he can stay healthy and be consistent, he'll get 1,000 yards. He'll definitely get 1,000 yards. But that's a big if. They're both have inconsistent hands. Mark Andrews has inconsistent hands. Zay has inconsistent hands. Bateman has inconsistent hands. The only target that we have that have inconsistent hands is Isaiah Likely. and our running backs. Our running backs have like overall better hands than our receivers at times. Zay is a glorified slot receiver. Black Julian Edelman, oh my God.
Oh!
Yo, Boogie got no chill, bro. Boogie, bro. That's nasty. That's nasty work, bro. This man says he's Edelman. He's Edelman. That's crazy. That's crazy. This man said Edelman. But that's the thing. If the Ravens receivers' hands were better, we'd be a lot better team. The problem is our receivers drop the ball too much. They drop the ball way too much. Nitro, when I heard Dan Orlowski said that Falele was one of the best linemen in the NFL, made me, oh my God. That man don't care, bro. He don't care about lying. He don't care about none of that. He just be trying to talk side of his neck. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Got me out here. Best offensive lineman. Kolar's nice too. That's another reason why I said we can afford to move off of Mark Andrews. Kolar is solid. Likely is him. You got enough. Why not move off of Mark from now? But I feel like the reason the Ravens didn't, it's a way for them to suppress likely stats, and it's an injury backup. That's why. Because if someone gets hurt, they will be like, oh, well, we like Mark Andrews, so we're good over with them. If Mark Andrews get hurt, they'll just feed the ball to Likely and Kolar. If Likely, God forbid, gets hurt, then they're going to feed it to Mark and Kolar. That's what they're thinking. I'm telling you that's what they're thinking. I'm telling you this right now because they're saying, well, we can save some money, keep both guys, two birds, one stone. He must have missed Falele getting juked by MLB. Facts. Lamar trying to throw for 5,000 in the supporting cast he got. Nixon 7. 121 to 130. I told you that there's no way they're coming back from it. Told y'all. There's no way. They played a darn good game, too. But the Pacers, Siakam had 30. Halliburton had a triple-double. 13 rebounds, 15 assists, 32 points. Come on now, bro. Dang. Crazy. The Knicks had 5 guys in double digits. 3 guys over 22 points. 22 points or more. And 4 guys over 17 points. And they still lost. Still lost. You know what it is? Lack of passing. Too much one-on-one iso ball. Hippicos, yeah, I got him going to the things too. No, he doesn't watch the games, Jared. He's a fool. We should have made a move for Becton. I really wanted Becton, bro. I really did. I have a good feeling about Becton. We don't know, but I tell you, I have a really good feeling about Becton. I really do. They had almost 20 turnovers. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. And this is so frustrating when we're talking about our team because if our receivers just do their jobs, even with the lack of O-line protecting at times and stuff like that, no one's beating the Ravens. The Ravens drop the ball. Their drop percentage is top 5 in the league. While taking the least amount of passing attempts in the league. That's a horrible formula. And they be wide open passes too. Wide open passes. And they'll drop them. Wide open. Wide open. Makes no sense. None. What did Will.i.am say? The Ravens beat themselves. Yeah, they do. Yeah, we gotta come out like absolute gangbusters. First game, they're gonna want to keep that game close for views and everything else. The Ravens got to be on their P's and Q's. P's and Q's. It's nasty work, bro. I don't know. They be tripping, man. Tripping. Ravens are the epitome of beating yourself. Yep. But Nitro, Andrews' gloves were wet. That's why he dropped the ball. He didn't, listen, people give Andrews too much of a pass because they forget. Let me break this down. Not only did he drop a pass, this is the last pass of the game, he also dropped passes in the beginning of the game. He also fumbled the ball when we were driving. We were in we could at least kick the field goal if he didn't fumble, right? He fumbled the ball. Then on the touchdown that went to Likely, Mark Andrews almost took Likely out of the play. It was one of the worst games he's ever played. Maybe the worst game he's ever played. Y'all give him too much of a pass. Bro, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And nobody calls anything out. Mark Andrews has yet to be truly held accountable for that game. Everybody brings up the fumble and the drop. It's not the only thing he did. He dropped more than one pass that game. And like I said, he almost took out Likely on the touchdown. I watched it probably 10 times. I didn't see the defender hit the ball. I saw the defender hit his side, and Mark, it's like the hit turned Mark around, and he just let go of the ball, and the ball slipped out. I'm going to watch it again and again right now. I'm telling you this. That's why I saw. So my thing is we've been giving him a pass over and over and over again for what? He was terrible. Let me see if I can go back and watch it again, see if I see anything. Look. I'm looking at it now. We're in field goal. Like I'm saying, I did not see him touch that ball. I hope they zoom in. I did not see him touch the ball. Maybe I'm tripping. When Mark Andrews caught that ball, he was almost at R40. Or at the opponent's 40. Yeah, bro. They did not touch the ball, bro. The guy did not touch the ball. He hit him right in his chest. He did not touch the ball. I know I'm not tripping, bro. I know I'm not tripping. It's ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. Listening. I wish I could show it to you guys. This guy slows it down. He slows it down and shows it. Mark Andrews could have went down. He's running right to the defender. I don't understand what he's doing. This man had a guy behind him and a guy in front of him. And instead of going straight, he want to go side to side. Bro, I'm posting this. He never touched the ball. His hand hit him literally right here. The ball's under it. Bro, Mark just dropped the ball. Mark just dropped the ball, bro. Mark dropped that ball, bro. Look at that. His hands are still in it. Bro, yeah, bro. Mark dropped that ball. I'm going to post that. That wasn't a punch out. He dropped the ball. Posting it right now. So y'all think I'm joking, bro. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm going to post it right now. I'm going to post it right now. Y'all be thinking I'm joking, bro. I'm posting that right now. He never hit the ball. He hit him right here and the ball's down here. He hit him and it made him turn and drop the ball. Look at this foolishness, bro. Look at this foolishness. Wait till I gotta post this, bro. That's how I'm making sure I was looking at it, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Like, we're looking at a guy that literally just dropped the ball. He saw that he had somebody on his right. He saw he had somebody on his left. He had a clear point this way. He said, I ain't doing that way. I'm Zay Flowers. Let me give him the juk book, and then try to do it, and then fumbles it without him punching the ball. Bro, that joint just irks my soul, bro. Irks my soul. And all he gets is excuses. Oh, why y'all don't like Mark? Mark is so great. Mark is so magical. Defender never hit the ball. Mark just dropped it. It's posted. Check it out, guys. I got the picture on there. You just see it came up now. I just posted it. You just see it right now. Check it out. That's why I be laughing. People like, oh, he made one mistake and y'all don't like him no more. Mark made like 6 mistakes in that game. 6. He dropped 2 passes, fumbled, and almost took out Likely. Like, what are we doing here? These little spiders like everywhere, man. Jesus. That's what he did. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Got him. That's ridiculous. It's like, come on now, bro. Like, we know what it is. Like, you had so many opportunities. People always want to make excuses, but guess what they won't make excuses for? Lamar. They'll blame Lamar every chance they get. Well, if Lamar didn't fumble it, we would have won. If Lamar didn't make a perfect pass, we would have won. It's nasty work. Nasty work. I heard Raven fans agreeing, talking about the last pass to Mark Andrews wasn't a good pass. Like, that's the type of ridiculousness that we've been living with. Go look it. Guys, I just posted it to the Wunderkind Show. I just posted it. It should be under the post. Should be under, but look at his hands. He never touched the ball. The ball is right here. Mark got hit right here. He went boop, and Mark said, and dropped it. It's nasty. Oh my gosh, will I am with another $50 donation? Oh my gosh. Will I am, oh my gosh, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you guys so much. It's crazy how many perspectives on here I agree with, but I gotta crash for another day, double shifts, and meeting my little boogers demands. Hit that like, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, and you and your family do good, bro. Thank you so much for showing up and donating, man. Y'all don't have no idea, man. Y'all make this so worth it. Y'all help the channel thrive and go, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. You have a great night. God bless. Man, that man out here just supporting, man. I love it. Best nation, donation. Oh. Yo. But like I said before, we gotta look at it and call a spade a spade. The only person that gets called a spade for spade is Lamar. And he don't even get the benefit of the doubt. Lamar brings us back after the fumble, marches us all the way back down the field with Bateman off the field without Zay Flowers and gets us down there. Then Mark Andrews almost takes out Isaiah Likely reroutes and runs a double slant down all the way down the field, gets open slides, gets a touchdown. If you look, when Likely got the touchdown, Mark wasn't even happy. He looked like he was mad that Likely caught it. How did he catch it? I knocked him down. I'd love for people to point that out, but it never gets pointed out on the mistakes from other Ravens except for Lamar Jackson. They'll be like, Lamar made a mistake. Be like, but it's because of the O-line. So what? He needs to play better. And the question then becomes, do you see any erratic snaps for other quarterbacks? No. Do you see pressure on these other quarterbacks? No. Get out of here, bro. I told you, producer, I give y'all everything I got. I know my voice is gone, but I give y'all everything I got, man. Mark wasn't happy with trying to cover it up. Yeah, go look when Likely caught the ball. He was like, because he wanted to catch it. He wanted to catch the ball and then to catch the ball. And then try to take Likely out for catching the ball. Come on now, bro. Everyone's saying, no, it's an accident. Then they're like, okay, we're going to go to you, Mark. We believe in you. He's like, y'all didn't go to me before. Forget this. So I don't want it. Take it back. Young's nasty work, bro. Love you too, bro. Love you too, man. Y'all looking out for me with my voice because you know I got to go live in the morning too. Man, I try my best, man. I give y'all everything I got. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Like, in the year before that, it was Zay. It was Zay. Like, our guys got to stop making, like, the reason why Tom Brady has a winning record when he turns over the ball 3 times or more. Do you know why? Because everybody else does their jobs. That's why. Lamar has to be literally perfect. There's nobody else that's going to pick up the slack if Lamar is not Lamar. We've watched what's his name? Josh Allen win games. He's only thrown for 130 yards. We've seen Patrick Mahomes only throw for 130, 140 yards, 20 rushing touchdowns, 20 rushing yards, and they win the game. And they win the game comfortably too. That's my point. Like, we got to get to the point to where Lamar doesn't have to be Lamar for us to win. But we're not there yet. Tea and honey? Yeah, man. I got some tea at the Mama Duke's crib that I just brought from the church today over there. So I'll probably drink some in the morning before I go live. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Mark dropped more than Lauryn Hill has albums. Oh my gosh. Isaac Gonzalez, love your content, brother. I watch it every day. Ravens go to the Super Bowl this year. Hey, shout out to you, brother, watching, supporting. Yeah, I think we go to the Super Bowl this year too. I think the Philadelphia Eagles make it back, and it's a Ravens versus Eagles Super Bowl. And if it's it's either a Ravens versus Eagles Super Bowl or a Ravens versus Lions Super Bowl. Rivalry, hey! What's good, man? What's good? I mean, if you want to know Brady's favorite targets, Edelman, Wes Welker, and Gronkowski come to mind immediately. Those are his top 3 targets of all time. Welker, Gronk, Edelman. Randy Moss to me wasn't there long enough. But then 4th to me would be Randy Moss or Aaron Hernandez. It's a tie between those 2. Oh, you wanted him cut. Yeah, I wouldn't have mind too. But the Ravens still think that they could have got something for him. That's why. They didn't get the market that they thought they were going to get for him. So they're like, we'd rather just keep him. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Beyond me, PR wasn't going to happen. He's a hardball guy. Yeah, he's a hardball guy. So he's protected. If you notice, it takes a lot for hardball guys to be put off. A lot. Most other guys, if they made the mistakes that Mark Andrews made in the playoffs, they're gone. They're gone after the game. They're not waiting for the regular. They're gone. I think he would actually do well before they paid, or what's his name, had a great season, the Cardinals tight end. I thought he would have did well with Kyler Murray. Because you remember Kyler Murray was his college quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. When Lamar doesn't have to deal with Mark and giving him the ball and stuff like that, Lamar shines. Likely shines. Our play is more robust. Y'all didn't notice when we got to when he came back how different it was, how Likely's role diminished like significantly when he came back for the AFC Championship game? And he did that because he saw that Likely was doing what he was, so he rushed back. He wasn't fully healthy because he was still hurt even during the beginning of last season. So he was very still much hurt. He rushed back because he saw what Isaiah Likely was doing. So he rushed back. People get in their feelings about it, but it's true. He's like, I'm not finna lose my spot. Problem is, it was a hindrance. Yeah, they be tripping. They definitely be tripping. But I'm not mad. Listen, I'm not mad about it. I say it is what it is. We move on. But I'm like, bro, like, he makes a lot of mistakes. He drops the ball. He's not good in the playoffs. Like, he makes a lot of mistakes. And he never gets held accountable for it. Ever. They just be like, oh, we love Mark. He's a hard worker. That's all they say. There's nothing else. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I know we almost had Gronk. I heard about that story. Good run. What's good? What's good? I hope Likely's tight end 1. Me too. If Likely is tight end 1, I don't see how we don't take another step offensively. I don't see it. Unless there's an injury. If Likely is tight end 1, Lamar's throwing for 4,500 yards. I'm telling you that right now. He's throwing for 4,500 yards because Likely is our best yak player. People think it's Zay. It's not Zay. Our best yak player is Isaiah Likely. Our most sure-handed receiver is Isaiah Likely. Our best jump ball specialist is Isaiah Likely. And I believe Isaiah Likely is like 6'4". This thing is crazy to me, bro. Did y'all see the post, guys? Oh, you see it because Gurren just shout to you, Gurren, for seeing it. Yeah, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, guys, I'm not hard to deal with. I'm not making excuses for anybody because I'll say Lamar can play better, but you're asking Lamar to do everything. That's the context to it, though. You're like, oh, Lamar has to play better. But Lamar has to be perfect and still be the best player on the field. Diop, I think, is going to get some touches. But once again, like I said, if Isaiah Likely is tight end 1, this offense is going to be explosive. And when I mean explosive, I mean you're going to start seeing some 5-yard pass go for 50 yards consistently. The fact that Andrews was Lamar's best target all these years prior to it shows how bad a job the front office. Oh my God! Yes! Oh. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It shows just how bad they really did all those seasons. Talking about Mark Andrews, your best target, it's ridiculous. A non-sure-handed tight end was your best receiver. It's ridiculous. It's unheard of. I'm still convinced Andrews coming back to the AFC title game completely messed up the chemistry of the offense. Yeah, you said it before, bro. You said it before, but yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think other things played a part too, but that was definitely a major contribution. I ain't disagreeing with you, bro. I am not. At all. Ravens never even made a move for AJ. Could you imagine if they would have made a move for AJ Brown? I remember Raven fans told me he wasn't that good. I'm arguing with everyone saying, get AJ Brown, get AJ Brown. He's nice. Trust me, I watch a lot of Titans games. He's nice. Nah, we good. Then he turns into pretty much the most efficient wide receiver in the NFL. And everyone's just like, oh, it's not fair. Jalen Hurts got everything. It's nasty, bro. Same Raven, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's disgusting. To put it into perspective, Ryan Tannehill has had better weapons than Lamar Jackson so far. People don't want to talk about it, but it's true. They had A.J. Brown and a prime Derrick Henry. It's nasty work. Could you imagine if Lamar had a prime Derrick Henry and a young A.J. Brown? A.J. Brown in his first 4 or 5 years in the league? Bruh. It's nasty, bro. It's nasty. Absolutely nasty. No one's going to bring it up, though. No one's going to bring it up. They're going to act like I'm tripping. And I ain't tripping. It's true. You can't even argue. No pass rush. That's why I said I wanted us to work on our trenches. I want a solidified pass rush that can get interior pressure and outside pressure. And I want guys out protect Lamar. If you're not going to give Lamar the best weapons, fine. No problem. Give him a top 3 O-line, and it's over. We're winning easily. It wouldn't even be a contest. The team going against us would keep up for probably 2 quarters, and then the Ravens would just pull away in a big way. Like it could be like 17-17 or 17-14, right? Then after the halftime, Ravens all of a sudden score immediately, get a turnover, score again, and all of a sudden you're looking at almost a 20-point lead. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Bateman is way better playmaker than Andrews, and he had more difficult catches than Andrews last year. Yeah, I would agree with that. Even though Bateman had some bad drops, he did have some good catches. Can't even lie. That one down the left side was nasty. In 7 seasons, Andrews has 436 receptions, 5,530 yards, and 51 touchdowns. That goes to show you how they don't really throw the ball in Baltimore. Because in 7 seasons, what's the average? That is 790 yards a game. That is his career average. That's his career average per year. $51 touchdowns. That's 7.28 touchdowns a year. So that's 790 yards. Check this out. Because once again, like I'm somebody that likes context, right? Then we can do context real quick. Let me go back to it. See if I can go back to it. Because I can go and show you something. So, if you even do, because I feel like that 1,300-yard season was an anomaly. 1,361. Let's just do that. 5,530 minus 1,361 equals 4,169. So 4,169 divided by 6. He drops off big time. He goes down to under 690 yards receiving for his career. That because that made, I'm telling y'all, man, that was a huge year. It's one of the best tight end seasons of all time. But it's an anomaly. It's an anomaly. You say that Bateman didn't just get 9 with his drops. He could have had 11 easy. Bateman getting 11 soon. I'm going to say this again. If Bateman cuts his drops in half, Bateman gets 1,000 yards receiving. Easy. But he be having some egregious drops. Bateman drops 3 to 4 touchdowns a year. And that's what I'm saying. The Ravens never gave Lamar no one to really throw to. And then they're like, hey, we still expect you to win. It's ridiculous. Nobody else is asked to do that. Nobody. Mark Andrews saying that he's the best Lamar's ever had is a joke. It really is. Look at all the other tight ends that people say are like, oh my God, they're them. And go look at Mark Andrews. And then you'll see exactly what I'm saying. you would agree. You'll be like, bro, that is crazy. Like, yeah, it's very crazy. To say that he's his best, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Gotta be like, oh, he's his best that he's had. I mean, how is that? I mean, how is that even a proper thing that people are proud of saying? Mark Andrews, to say that he's his best receiver with the stats, and they're targeting him a lot. Bro, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. It was an, oh, hey, my boy, King of Demise. Man, I haven't seen him forever, my bro. Hope you're doing good, man. It was an anomaly. Hollywood had more yards and touchdowns before Lamar went down. Lamar also had 6 interceptions throwing to Mark that season before he went. Hey, yo. Oh. That's why you my boy, man. King of Demise always come with those facts. Need to see you here more, bro. Definitely hit you up another time, though. I'll probably hit you up tomorrow, though. But yeah, he's right. That's what you see what I'm trying to say? To say that Mark Andrews has been Lamar Jackson's best weapon is disrespectful, bro. Because when you look at other tight ends, they've done more for their quarterbacks. Different weapons like wide receivers, they've done more for their quarterbacks. That's been easily Lamar's best target. Easily. And then you look at it and you're like, he's not even super great. He's a level above mid. So that's what I'm trying to say. The question is, why are we fine with Mark being the best weapon Lamar's had to this age of the game? Facts. So I'm trying to say, bro, it makes no sense. Makes no sense. It's ridiculous. But once again, it is what it is. Why? Because that's the way they like to say stuff. Kelsey is literally one Patrick Mahomes give him a little pass right here. Kelsey break two tackles and run all the way up for a touchdown. We don't got that from any of our players. Likely has the ability to be a top 5 weapon in the league. And the Ravens will consistently hold him back so that they don't pay him top of the line tight end money. It's asinine. Asinine. It's more than ridiculous. It's a travesty. Like, I respect the game. Like, bro, it's ridiculous. We have from likely, that's it, but we don't target him enough. Look at this. Hold on. Let me hold on. Mark Andrews had 55 receptions last year. Looking at the likely stuff. Let me go here. Stats. Because I want to go to targets. Likely was targeted 58 times. Likely was targeted more in his rookie season than he was last season. Y'all don't think he's being suppressed? Yeah, all right. Likely had 58 targets. 58. That's what he had. 58 targets last year. Now let's go to Mark Andrews again. Mark had 55 receptions. Matter of fact, let me go check how many times Mark was targeted too. Because that's another thing. How much times was Mark targeted? Mark was targeted 70 times. Bro, look at some of these seasons that Mark has had. Mark has had 50 targets, 98 targets, 88 targets, 153 targets, 113 targets, 61 targets, 69 targets. He's had plenty of targets. Hey, let's be real. Kittle has had 2 1,000-yard seasons too. But there's context. Kittle is sure-handed and he makes splash plays. Kittle is a much better tight end than him. And Kittle in the run game is like having an additional lineman. Straight up. And what are you talking about? Kittle's had 4 seasons of 1,000 yards. I knew that sounded off. So 2018 he had 1,300 yards. 2019 he had 1,000 yards. 2023 had 1,000 yards. And last year he had 1,100 yards. So yeah, Kittle's had 4 seasons with 1,000 yards or more. 14 yards a pop. 15 yards a pop. 12 yards a pop. 12 yards a pop, 13 yards a pop, 12 yards a pop, 15 yards a pop. And mind you, look what he's doing it in. Kittle, for his 1,300 yards, he had 88. He had 88 receptions. Last year, he had 1,100 yards on 78 receptions and 8 touchdowns. He had 1,000 yards on 65 receptions. I make sure I go back and I'll tell you. The only thing you can say about George Kittle, he doesn't have crazy touchdown numbers. But outside of that, he has everything else. And on top of that, he had a season where he had 910 yards receiving. The anointed one said, I would rather that than Ravens ball out with likely on his rookie contract and win the Super Bowl rather than waste his time by holding him back. Likely, if he goes to another team, is going to do things that we've been praying that somebody can do for Lamar. And y'all going to have to sit there and say, well, hopefully we draft another guy like him. We draft tight ends well. That's all y'all going to try to say. That's all. That is all. That is all. Literally, that is all. Got him. I'll see where he went. But you see what I'm trying to say? It's ridiculous. Like, I'm telling y'all straight up, I'm giving y'all facts. And so when you look at like Purdy, who Purdy's got to throw to and stuff like that, come on now, bro. This man's had 4,000 yard seasons, almost at 5. Mark Andrews had 1,000 yard season. 1. That is it. Why are we acting like this man has been putting up incredible numbers? He has not. Sorry, he has not. Exactly. I remember Mark Andrews being nothing special until Lamar Jackson took over. Thank you. And I agree. Lamar made Mark. Made Mark. Like, once again, if you're talking about the top tight ends in the league, I don't know how you got Mark Andrews is. Matter of fact, let's go like this. Tight end. NFL tight end numbers. I'm going to go to those two. Bowers had 1194. McBride had 1146. Kittle had 1106. Kelsey, as bad as he played, at 823. Jonnu Smith at 884. Sam Laporta at 726. And let's get to these numbers, right? Kittle had 78 receptions on 15 games. He didn't even play all the games, and he had that. Kittle probably would have led All tight ends and receiving yards if you got to play all those games. Kittle didn't even have 100 targets. Bowers had 153 targets. McBride had 147 targets. Jonnu Smith had 111. Kelsey had 133. It's ridiculous, bro. Henry from New England at 66. I'm saying 97 targets. These guys are getting like 100 targets a game. Isaiah likely should be getting around 100 targets a game. Straight up. Straight up. Around 100 targets a game, Isaiah likely should be at right now. At 190, 90 the minimum. 90 the minimum. I'm telling you, I'm going through it right now. There were 14 tight ends that went over 600 yards. Bowers and McBride they got targeted. I don't even think they're the best. They just got targeted more than anybody else. That man Bowers got 153 targets. Do you know how many targets that is? Wow. Mark Andrews last year. Was the only tight end with double-digit touchdowns. Yeah, 100 targets. Yeah, that's what I mean. The world class, yes. It was Hurst and Mark Andrews and Boyle. Those are the three tight ends at the time. It was Hayden Hurst, Mark Andrews, and Nick Boyle. I know that off the top of my head. No other tight end even had 10 touchdowns last year. Mark Andrews had 11. That's the Lamar and the Derrick Henry effect. It's ridiculous, man. I'm so tired of sitting here and going through this stuff when we know what's popping. But once again, it is kind of what it is. They're not getting rid of him, so we got to just deal with it. And hopefully they allow Isaiah Likely to be the guy. Isaiah Likely should get at least 90 targets at the minimum. Matter of fact, how many targets did Zay Flowers get? I wonder. Let me check. How many targets does Zay Flowers have? I'm curious now. Zay Flowers had 116 targets, 74 receptions for 1,059 yards. I'm telling you this right now. He actually had 8 more targets than he did his rookie year. And 3 less receptions. Zay's averaging about 4.4 receptions a game. No, those are receptions. Zay Flowers was targeted 116 times last year. Rashad Bateman was targeted 72 times on 45 receptions, which is not good. Rashad Bateman had 72 targets in 45 receptions. That's not good. ridiculous, man. But guys, that's an episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting, guys. If you have not already done so, please remember to hit that like button before you leave. And guys, please, 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 if this is your first time showing up to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe to the Wunderkind Morning Show. You'll see it right here. It's in the description. Just click the description, the Wunderkind Morning Show. We go live tomorrow morning and Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Talk all hot topics in sports. And we have a little bit of nostalgia trivia at the end of the show, okay? If you want to donate, you can either super chat or Cash App is bottom of the screen also if you want to help donate and support the channel, okay, guys? But please, please subscribe and like to the Wunderkind Morning Show. We're trying to get to the 500 subscribers. We're almost there, guys. But that's the episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you so much for showing up for this late live. I love you guys. Y'all all have a wonderful night. God bless. We got to do the late night one again. Don't worry, we'll do another one this week. Probably Saturday night. I'll probably go live again on this channel and we can hash it out again because we're going to have more stories from the OTAs. Okay? But guys, this is your host, Nitro, signing off. And I'm out this piece. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not my dad!
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?